What's going on, guys? Welcome back. More Madden 16 commentary. PS4, do me a favor, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section. Twitter, shutdown safety is my username. Taking a look at this at speed. And again, in the beginning, you're seeing some negatives, you're seeing some positives. We'll start with the positives first. There's some pretty good line interactions here. I like the way everything looks. This is actually, again, a pocket that's forming very well. It's basically a man on a man. Parnell is actually left off on his own on the right side of your screen. But to me, when we talk about, Robert Mathis, when we talk about pass rushers, this is what I want to see out of Robert Mathis. Attack the edge, cut across. The most important thing here is there's no shifting, there's no warping, and if you look back at a lot of highlights of Robert Mathis right before he strip sacks a quarterback, this is what you see exactly to a T as he cuts around the corner. And before in Madden, we had a propensity where Jokel would shift in front of him, or Mathis would shift back, and to not see it here, and to not really haven't seen it happen consistently in this game, is something that I like to see. You also take a look about positioning here. I know a lot of the positions flow down to animations, but you see Art Jones basically gets up under the pads, moves the lineman back, and now he's pressuring the quarterback. The only thing I don't like from a line perspective is what happens over here, and this is also coincidentally where I'm user controlling. Parnell comes out way too far, you see, to the right. He really doesn't have anything to do, so he starts working back inside, but he actually works past the user control. And maybe that's because you can make a case up in front that Chapman is getting, out of control of the lineman, but then he turns right back into Langford. Why would he have not just in real life, started to assist block now rather than wait and come across the other side? But again, some positives there to build on. The negatives back here are going to be with the read and react, and we're going to go all the way back and find Dwight Lowry. Here he is way out of position. That's why I had a problem finding him. Let's take a look at what he's dealing with Thomas. And Thomas is a threat in the receiving game. You talk about one of the key pieces Jacksonville signs this year. It's important that the game replicates players that come onto teams as threats, and Lowry should know that. He's actually in a really big mismatch right now with DeQuell Jackson. You can see Jackson starts to get turned around pretty early in this play, and it's fairly evident right now that Jackson really doesn't have any type of coverage left on Thomas. His body is turned the other way, his head is turned the other way, and the ball, if you notice, is about to be thrown. Lowry at this point should understand, listen, there's no one else for me to worry about. Greg Toller is playing physical coverage on the outside, and even if he isn't, my target, my main objective should be right in front of me, because that's where coverage containment is being lost. I don't care whether we're talking a safety playing zone, a linebacker playing man. These players should have the AI to read and react, key on certain things, and make adjustments for better or for worse to try to get a positive outcome from the defense on this play. From this ball being thrown, we continue to see backpedaling for another yard and a half. Multiple steps backwards. Now it's clear as day where the ball's been thrown. It's obvious where the ball's going, and clearly at this point, you've basically given up a touchdown unless you're getting Mike Adams over here from, Pakistan practically trying to make this tackle, and that's just not going to happen. Now you get to a point where you can't open up your hips. Thomas even does a little stutter step for no reason here and basically gets escorted into the end zone free of charge. This is not some of the things that I want to see out of a read and react defense. Even looking at Thomas's perspective, it's even more clear right here. This is where the target is going to be. If you look back at the quarterback, the ball is about to be put up in the air. These defensive backs should be reacting to this. He is flat-footed right now, still not running downhill. It's not until the ball is in his hands where he turns his hips, opens up, and starts to run. That's too late. That's not safety play in the NFL. Love to know your guys' opinions on this. Appreciate you checking it out. Back very shortly with more content.